What's good? Back at it with G Mills, Life of Hip Hop, man. I hope everybody's doing well, having a good weekend. Today I wanted to talk about Polo G, man, because over the weekend I was listening to his new album, Hood Poet. I'm actually a fan of the album. I think the singles are great. Distractions is a really good song. Barely Holding On, obviously. The first single I think he dropped, love that as well. But I started looking into it, man, and the numbers didn't do too well on Hood Poet. You know, first week sales 24,000 units, just not the Polo G that we have come to expect. What I mean by that is he's got 4 studio albums at this point in time. His first studio album, Die a Legend, which had songs like Pop Out on it, that sold 38,000 units first week. It was his first album, though. At this point in time, it is certified double platinum, so we know it did well overall. He followed that up with The GOAT. That did 99,000 units first week, also double platinum, has songs like Martin and Gina on it. And then after that, he did Hall of Fame, 143,000 units first week. That's got songs like Rap Star on it, right? So he was moving in such a positive trajectory. It's kind of surprising to see Hood Poet not do so well. So start to think about kind of what has gone on that might have led to this, right? And I kind of came to kind of 3 conclusions, but I'm curious what y'all think. Personally, I think the biggest thing and the reason why the album didn't do well is because it took him 3 years to drop the album. So Hall of Fame to Hood Poet, there was a 3-year gap. I think we all know people got short-term memory at this point in time with all the streaming, especially in hip hop. You can lose your buzz really quickly. And I think that's the largest thing that has to do with the lack of sales on his new album. He's also gotten a lot of backlash in the media, man. There's that clip that came out of him, just saying a lot of degrading stuff to the police officer that had arrested him. He was in the back of the cars, calling him broke, different things like that. He telling him he can't buy his mama a house, all this stuff. And I know that got a lot of backlash. You can see it online. So it's unfortunate, man. Or maybe overall, Hood Poet just isn't a good album. When you listen to it, I'm a fan of it. I'm not going to lie. I really like Hood Poet. But when you look at other criticism of it, people just say it's nothing that we haven't already heard, which we pick and choose when we want to use that argument, because there's a lot of artists that put out music that sounds just like their old stuff, and we don't say anything about it. But it's just unfortunate, man. I hope Polo's doing well. I know he's gone through a lot of family stuff. His brother just got locked up for murder. There was that clip of his mom shooting at his sister in her house after his sister came in, really drunk or intoxicated is what they said. He's been arrested a couple different times. They raided his house. They found a bunch of different guns. I think 7 different guns. He's not a felon, so he can have them. But, nonetheless, those things will take a toll on you. And Polo, man, I hope you're doing well, brother. I've seen some of your tweets. I know you're falling out of love with this industry. A lot of people do. I'm rooting for you, though, brother. I like Hood Poet. But what do y'all think, man? Why do y'all think Hood Poet didn't do as well as the other albums? Was it the time frame? Was it the delays? Is it mediocre? Do we not like Polo because of some of the things that he's done and said in the past? I don't know, man. But let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Life of Hip Hop. We